Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I vlog about my life as a full-time online teacher and serve other online teachers in their online teaching journey. And I also do some Crow Music Lab tutorials on the side. So please make sure it is not the last time that you see me by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below to be notified of new videos every week. And to give this video a thumbs up, it helps support me and this channel. And in order for me to continue making great content for you, make sure you check out my free ALLSCHOOL guide down below to get started on teaching on ALLSCHOOL. I also teach on OutSchool as well, and I wrote 2 books, and I have other great resources that really do help support this journey that I am on, and for me to continue sharing with you how that journey is going. And again, your support does mean everything to me. So for this video, I am just going to be vlogging, and I need to be a little better about actually vlogging my life instead of being informative of doing online teaching stuff. And I'm not saying that the online teaching videos are not important. All I'm simply saying is if I'm over here saying I vlog about my life, I should probably vlog about my life as a full-time online teacher a little more. And the thing is, for brand new online teachers or even brick and mortar teachers that left their brick and mortar jobs, their teaching jobs, and thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? I have something really big in the works that I'm hoping to release really soon. So I really want you to make sure you stay tuned for that. And especially when we do hit 1K, I'm going to reveal what that big thing is. And it's going to be part of the giveaway I'm going to do when we hit 1K. So it's super important that you hit that subscribe button so that we can get to 1K and we can celebrate. As I'm making this video, we are approaching 18 months since I left my full-time job and decided I'm going to be an online teacher and see how that goes and journey and vlog about how that process is going for me. And I will say, when I first started as a full-time online teacher, I only taught for OutSchool. And so I kind of did like 9 to 5 hours for teaching on OutSchool to kind of somewhat simulate full-time hours. And just to say, okay, you know, this is how I'm going to really get my bearings in to making sure I really can replace my full-time income. And so I did that. It was Monday through Friday. I tried to teach as much as I could from 9 to 5, and then that was it. And that was my job in that moment. And from what I've learned is that full-time online teaching, or even online teaching in general, is not that linear. It can't be like the 9 to 5 workforce, because the thing is, when you are a full-time online teacher, you actually have a lot more freedom than you realize. And when you're so used to just work, you know, you're not used to having like 2 hours where you're not teaching, or you're not used to having an hour-long lunch break, or maybe you are, I'm not really sure, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's only so much that you're actually teaching, that you only end up like teaching 2, 3, 4 hours a week. Sometimes you may be teaching a little more if you do have a fuller schedule, and that's fine. But the thing is, even if you're just teaching, you're not really teaching as much as 40 hours a week. And that was one thing that I could not work out for myself at first, was realizing I don't have to work 40 hours to make up my income. And I don't even really have to teach 25 hours. There are some classes that I really can just only teach like 2-3 hours a day, you know, at most, and still earn a pretty decent amount of money. So it's one of those things that when when you're starting as a full-time online teacher, you realize that you actually have a lot more freedom than you realize. And I didn't see that at first. So all I'm saying is, if you're thinking about being a full-time online teacher, just realize, like, you don't have to actually work 40 hours a week. You actually will have a lot more freedom to do the things you want in life. And me realizing that I want to vlog about my life and share, my experiences with you, and share things that I feel that are of value and that you can find of value too, it does take a lot of work at first. So, it is a lot of work up front to get to a point where all you can focus on is teaching, and then you have a little more freedom. So it is going to feel like a lot of hard work at first, which I cannot stress this enough. This is another reason why, if you are able to kind of transition a little slowly, into, full-time online teaching, then great. However, you may be a teacher that just left their brick and mortar job, and you don't technically get paid over the summer, but you still have a job that you need lined up, and you're like, okay, what do I need to do? And I think for me, the job that I left almost 18 months ago was not a teaching job. It was just another job, but I did leave my brick and mortar teaching job in 2019. And it was at that point, after I had left that job, I had to start looking for another job just so my husband and I can live, So I was job searching, and that was when I had sort of stumbled upon VIP Kid. And I think what sort of helped me realize that online teaching was about to be a journey was that many videos that I saw about how to teach on VIP Kid, there was a lot of people on there that said, if you want to do this full time, you already need to have the mindset that you are working full time. And I feel like that rings true, because when I was realizing and treating VIP Kid like a full-time job, because I really didn't know if I was going to have another job, lined up before all of my remaining checks from the school I was at were going to stop. I didn't know. So I treated VIP Kid as a full-time job for a really long time. And this was pre-Panini. So either way, I thought, okay, I don't really know what to expect out of this, or maybe this could be a fun side gig, So, and when I realized even working at it as like a full-time job, I still had to look for another job, because VIP Kid relies on bookings for your pay. So, but I mean, there were still several months that I treated VIP Kid like a full-time job and earned a pretty decent amount of cash. Not enough to replace income, but I mean, it was still pretty big chunk of change, at least. I really didn't get back into that full-time online teaching mindset until the Pandora happened, and I was starting to get burnt out with VIP Kid, and they were already making changes too, and I was discovering ALLSCHOOL. And then when I realized that I could teach for a lot less at my desirable hours and earn a lot more money than I could with VIP Kid, I decided to venture more into ALLSCHOOL. And so when I discovered ALLSCHOOL, I realized that I was earning a lot more money. More so that while I was still working at my full-time job and only teaching literally like 3 hours a week, okay, literally just 3 hours a week, for that first few months that I was teaching on ALLSCHOOL, we were already paying off debt. Like, we already had like 2 or 3 credit cards settled with that extra money on the side on top of me working a full-time job. And I was like, whoa, okay, this has a lot of potential. And when I realized that I was actually earning the amount of money that could replace my full-time income and then some, that was the decision for my husband and I to go, okay, maybe I should leave, because I'm obviously earning more and not killing myself, just teaching online. And so I made that move, and that's what happened. And so I'm also realizing that, because I put all my eggs in one basket with ALLSCHOOL, that it could have been better if I had stayed with VIP Kid a little bit longer instead of letting go of it so early, or even just teaching on other online platforms. Now, granted, at the time that I left my full-time job, ALLSCHOOL was not a thing. I'm sure it was thought of, but it was not announced publicly. So I did not really think to venture out to other online platforms until I discovered ALLSCHOOL, and there was all those changes happening with VIP Kid, and that would lead more like VIP Kid teachers to try out ALLSCHOOL. And so that's where I was already teaching on my personal ALLSCHOOL profile, and then now I'm venturing out to ALLSCHOOL and I'm helping them out. And then I realized that I still teach on both sites, because I can still earn quite a bit of money for both sites. However, I still really, really wanted to venture out and make sure that if one side was, looking a little thin on money, then I can rely on another site. And that's with the organization, the ALLSCHOOL organization that I'm a part of. And that is a thing that ALLSCHOOL has to offer, where if you join an organization, you can teach other people's classes and you can earn more money because there's more advertising and more students involved. So it's good to venture out to other platforms. You're not cheating, on any other platform just because you're not exclusive to them. And that's okay to not be exclusive to one platform. I'm going to tell you that now, because I know so many of us want to stay loyal to our online teaching platforms, and that's just not realistic, especially if you have food to put on the table, if you have a roof to keep above you. Like, sometimes you do have to venture out, and that's what I was starting to see. And I'm honest, like, the money was real good the first few months with just ALLSCHOOL, and then life started to happen, and then life outside of the panini was getting better too. So, and the summer helped me get by with the summer camps. But then once summer camp season was done and kids were slowly getting back to school and in person, the money was starting to get a little less than expected, less than anticipated than where I was, this time last year. So I was thinking, ooh, okay, this is a problem. So that was when I started to, that's when I had started to venture out into other platforms and seeing if maybe teaching on other platforms can help beef up my income, so to speak. So probably my biggest advice, if you're over here thinking maybe I should give online teaching a try, maybe I should make it my full-time job, first things first, you need to go ahead and have that mindset that it is your full-time job. Because otherwise, if you're over here thinking, oh, it's just a part-time thing, or it's just a side hustle, like, that's how you're going to treat it. And you're only going to earn so much money. But if you treat it like a full-time job, your earning potentials are going to be better, because you're already in that mindset that you're treating it like a full-time job. Like, you need to make money so that you can feed your family, so that you can pay the bills, so that you can keep your house. So if you're already in that mindset, that's a good thing. And another thing is, if you are able to teach on other platforms, do it. Teach on other platforms, because you don't know if one platform like what we witnessed with VIP Kid is just going to decide, we're going to pivot, we're going to do something else. You don't know. We don't know if ALLSCHOOL is going to decide, hey, we're not going to exist anymore. Or I hope this is not the case for ALLSCHOOL, because I think ALLSCHOOL really does have a potential to be a good platform if we give it a fair chance. But if for some reason ALLSCHOOL tanks, we can't put all our eggs in one basket for ALLSCHOOL as well, or Cambly, or any other site for that matter. So don't be afraid to teach on multiple platforms and to schedule it out where you can get the most that you can do for each site. And then number 3 is, I think if you are able to start now on getting like passive streams of income, so if you have products to sell on Teachers Pay Teachers, do that, because that's one thing I've noticed. It was that I didn't really take my Teachers Pay Teachers profile seriously last year. So I only earned a total of like $12. Seriously. Because I really didn't take it that seriously until the end of the year. And I wish I could go back and put it be a little more serious about the store and not just pretend, oh, it's just passive income. If someone buys it, they buy it. No. Like, if you have products or if you have resources that work and you're able to, and you're willing to sell it on Teachers Pay Teachers, do it. And I think for me, especially, what I'm actually getting the most earnings out of is my Crow Music Lab links. And that's just because what I tell my Crow Music Lab viewers is I find value in what I have to offer in my videos, because I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort making those songs and making the tutorial on the videos. So if all you're here for is the link, because I couldn't tell you how many times people have commented on those videos, can I have the link? 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 And once you give them that link, that's it. They're not going to continue watching your videos. They're not going to see what else you have to offer. So I thought, well, if all you're wanting is the link, then the very least you could do is give me some compensation for that. And they don't have to like it. They can think I'm the worst person ever because I don't just give my links away freely. But at the same time, what I'm doing here, I'm trying to put food on the table. I'm trying to support my growing family. And you got to understand, this is my job. This is my business. And you have to support it some way. Tough. Where? Get over it. And that's where, I know where I'm going to get my real supporters at. It's going to be the people that truly are anticipating my next videos, or they like the videos, or they subscribe to my channel, they watch the videos all the way through, they check out the stuff. That's who I know is going to fully support me in what I'm going to do. So, and if you're not going to watch the tutorial and you're not going to pay for the link, or you're not going to check out what else I have to offer, then I'm not really sure what you're looking for. So I'm super excited because I know I've been getting requests for camps on my personal end, and then I'm hoping to get some more tutoring sessions. I'm also getting a couple of in-person tutoring sessions that I'm going to be doing over the summer too. So that'll be really interesting to see how I balance out in-person tutoring and then whatever I'm doing online, whether that be camps or reading. So I know there's some ongoing stuff that I'm continuing to do. So like my Crow Music Lab clubs, my Space Club that I have on Wednesdays, and the camps. And then I still have some ongoing reading students that still want to stick with me and still practice their reading on. So that's exciting. So anything that people are like, yeah, let's keep going, I'm going to keep going with. And then I'm still offering flex classes. and hoping that will help free up some more time for YouTube videos, free up more time for Chrome Music Lab tutorials, free up more time for creating more products and more services, and even coaching. Now, I've been back and forth on the coaching stick. And the thing is, I never really had enough clientele as a reason to offer coaching. And, now that I'm with ALLSCHOOL and I'm doing a lot of ALLSCHOOL videos, and I have a lot of you that watch my videos reach out and go, can you help me? Or even some of you have reached out and said, could I do a one-on-one call with you? Like, I'll pay you and everything. So I think I want to also formally get started on that too. Especially if there is enough interest that you do want personalized coaching from me. I want to be available to help you with that as well, which is another reason why I push on my flex classes, so that I don't have to worry about having to teach 9 to 5, and then figuring out how I can schedule time with you around my work schedule and not get into my personal time that I give to myself, so that I can still be the best teacher, the best coach, best person, honestly, overall. So it's still a lot of stuff. And then there's still a lot of growth, even within the 18 months. I thought I would just be solely focusing on online teaching, but then I slowly realized, that my clientele is changing and that there are more needs in different areas that I need to be available for. So that's actually kind of cool too. So that's what's been going on with me. And I'm curious, if you really are truly interested in coaching from me, or just meetings from me, let me know down below, and we will figure out a way to make it work and figure out times that work best for the both of us, and that we can really get the ball rolling, and I can really help you and personalize your plan on how you want to do your online teaching journey. Because online teaching really is a journey. And when you decide to do it full time, you do learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about how you work and what's best for you, and realizing what kind of changes come along the way if you allow yourself to continue doing it. 18 months in, I'm still doing this. I'm learning that I am in need for other people, and that I should follow that. So we'll see what's in store. Again, I don't have a little Patreon service yet, but if you truly are interested in coaching from me, please, please, please let me know down below, or send me an email. I have my email down below too. You can also send an email, and we can try to schedule some things out to where, again, I can help you in that. So exciting things are coming, especially since we're about to hit 1K on my channel. Or I don't know, maybe by the time you're watching this, maybe I already hit 1K. I'm not really sure. But either way, it's a huge, 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 huge deal. So, and I'm happy to keep making videos for you for as long as I possibly can. So, yes, that's all I have for this vlog. So, if you made it this far, thanks so much for listening, okay? It really means a lot that you watch my videos all the way through, and that you subscribe, and that you like the video, and you check out what else I have to offer. So it truly does help, because I wouldn't be able to make this video. I wouldn't be able to do any other services. I wouldn't be saying, hey, let's talk about, if you need some coaching, let me know. I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't, getting the support from you guys to continue to do that and to actually offer services like that. So it truly, truly does mean a lot. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.